everyone, and welcome to another episode of BS Drunk Movie Reviews. This is a weekly podcast, and we do upload the video version to our YouTube channel, so you can check that out. My name is Vetta, and as always, I am being joined by my brother, Matt.
Hey, you guys.
And this episode is the start of season 3.
Woo.
Yeah, how exciting. We made it this far.
Yeah, coming back at you.
So with season 3, we're going to do something a little new. With each month, we're going to be focusing on a theme. And for this month, we are going to be doing pandemic movies. Since we all just got out of a pandemic, why not watch depressing movies about that? Which I apologize.
Nothing screams fun like pandemic.
Yeah. So on this episode, we will be talking about the movie Contagion.
Yes.
So before we start talking about the movie, Matt, what are you drinking?
Well, I am drinking what is called a COVID-19, and it is vanilla vodka, coconut rum, and a pineapple juice. And I have to be honest, this COVID drink is very delicious.
The type would you want to get?
yeah. I don't know what the vaccine is, but I'll just take this. I don't need the vaccine for this.
Okay, Joe Rogan. He's just joking. He has been vaccinated.
Yeah, twice.
So I am drinking the Georgia peach cocktail, which she drinks at the casino. I did some research and found out that was the name of the drink, which I was like, she's in China. Do they really have a drink? Do they make a drink in China called the Georgia?
They make everything everywhere all at once.
All at once.
Awesome. What's in the Georgia peach?
It's a peach. What was it? So it's triple sec, peach snobs, and something else. But I also added vodka to it because it wasn't strong enough.
Yeah, everything is better with vodka. Yeah, give it to me.
I always tell people all the time, if you need to apologize to me, I accept all apologies in the form of money, vodka, and cupcakes.
Yeah, right on.
Mostly the vodka.
Yeah, for sure. Vodka's the way to go. All right.
So before you watch this, did you watch the trailer?
No, because I had already seen it before. I didn't need to watch the trailer. Can I just say real quick before we get started on this? I just want to say you are never allowed to pick the freaking theme for anything again.
I agree.
Good. What?
I said I agree. Or maybe you need to just say, like, the minute you heard me say pandemic, you should have vetoed it. You should have said, we already lived through that shit. I don't want to watch it.
Yeah, and this movie is such a bummer because I wrote it down, but I'll say it now. The first half is like basically COVID, just, in movie form,
Right. Well, it even at the end, when they trace it back, it automatically goes back to a bat and a pig getting, DNA crossed in a food, which is literally one of the theories behind COVID. Like, they're thinking it came out of the Wuhan market?
Yeah. Well, I wrote down, I wrote down, when I think of pandemics, nukes, I can handle it. Zombies, I got this. But pandemics, this is the scariest shit ever. I was like, no, go. Yeah, and I also wrote down, I wrote down, I really like that movie Outbreak, and I wish we would have watched that movie instead.
That one's really great with the monkey.
Yeah, with the monkey.
We should have picked that one.
Yeah, we should have watched that instead of this. At least I can be all like, remember when they get the little girl that goes to get the monkey? She gives the fruit to the monkey to capture.
Feeding it in the backyard. Yeah. So did you watch this movie pre-pandemic or post-pandemic?
Yes.
I did too. And when
both.
COVID started, did you not go? We rewatched it when COVID started because I was like, man, this sounds a lot like that Contagion movie.
Yeah, I watched it like 4 times. You should have seen my house. I was putting plastic up on the doors and stuff. I was like, no one is coming in here.
Like, we had packages would come and I would be like Clorox wiping them down.
With the Lysol and the spray and everything.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I wrote it down. This movie predicted COVID, at least the first half.
Yeah,
Totally
yeah.
did and everything. I was like,
Someone out there in the universe is psychic and they got a little, dream premonition of this and wrote this movie, and they should have just forewarned us all, put out a bulletin.
yeah.
So,
Yeah. Prepare to be bummed, because I was bummed out the entire time. It's a good thing I had these COVID-19s, because I was drinking them like nobody's business. I was like, oh, this shit is depressing. I can't handle this.
well, when I first picked the theme and I picked the movies, I was like, okay with it. But then you sent me a text message that's like, you're not allowed to pick anymore. You're so depressing. I like all of a sudden started thinking about the movies because I hadn't like watched them, rewatched them again for notes. And I was like, damn, he's right. Like, I didn't think this through.
Well, some of them, and we're talking about movies we haven't even like recorded the episodes for, because this is our first episode of season 3. But some of the movies like weren't like necessarily bummers, but they were, because they were fun to make fun of. Yeah, they're just bad. And I'm all
to make
what was
the
that?
theme. Those movies had a chance to make the theme okay, but then they were just bad movies.
Yeah. Nobody. Yeah. So no more pandemic movies. Okay. So I wrote down stuff and I was talking about like the characters all around and everything. But
it's a great cast.
Oh yeah. But I wrote down like for instance, I wrote down like the first shot when Gwyneth Paltrow shows up, I immediately wrote down, whoa, Gwyneth Paltrow is looking rough. Goop. She needs something from Goop. I don't know what she can get. Like
this
some
was
face
pre-Goop.
cream.
That's why she invented Goop, I guess. Because people were like, girl,
I was like, oh, honey,
the bags are showing.
Yeah, I was like, honey, you need to get out some of that vagina cream or whatever, put it on your face and everything, because you are looking rough. Time has not been sweet to you. But and then I love that her little fling, her boyfriend or whatever that she was cheating on her husband with. I love how he's all like, use the second email because it's the only one that's safe. And I was like, honey, if he has to tell you to email him at this specific email, something's wrong here.
Married.
Yeah. I know they're both married. I'm not retarded.
I think she knows darn good and well they ain't getting married, and this ain't gonna be,
which I'm sorry, but she picked that guy over Matt Damon. Get out of here with that nonsense.
That's what I say.
Although he's not looking to, what?
But yeah, that's what I was gonna say. And I was like, he doesn't look that good compared to Matt Damon, even if he wasn't dying.
Yeah, and Matt Damon, I mean, this isn't his best look ever, but whatever. At least he's not, skinny mini like the Martian. Anyways, speaking of Matt Damon, I did write down Matt Damon is a normal family man, and he's surviving the apocalypse. Look at him and everything.
Yeah, he's just protecting his daughter and trying to make it through this. So
yeah. I wrote down
Ooh.
I wrote okay. So I'm skipping to the very end, right? But I just want to talk about it because it's technically the beginning of the movie, but we don't see it until the end. So this all begins because some asshole chef doesn't know how to wash his hands. I'm all like, I'm sorry. Like, I worked in the food industry. You've worked in the food industry. You don't just get to, you got to wash. It's like a 3-step process. You suds up your hands, or you rinse your hands, then you suds up your hands, and then you wash them, and then you rinse them again. You dip them in a bucket of water to rinse them again.
And you do it multiple times while you're working. It isn't a one-time thing. And the fact that, and I go in today's world as a chef, which even back in, 2015 was when this movie came out, he would have been wearing gloves, at least in America. I don't know the health code violation rule things over in China, but no gloves while you're preparing food, I'm pretty sure is a huge violation.
Yeah. But I was just like, as soon as he just wiped it on his little apron and she was like touching her, I was like, ew, he's gross.
Yeah, because apparently the people that ate the pig, they didn't get anything because it cooked out of them.
Yeah. And then Gwyneth is just touching everything and everybody.
Yeah, she's just,
she's just serving her peaches all over the place. Whatever you're drinking, she's serving that all over the place. She's like, here, have a peach, and
let me go
death.
get a drink, and let me leave chips as a tip,
Yeah,
at the casino.
her nickname for this movie is the Grim Reaper. I've decided. Okay.
She is patient zero.
Oh yeah, and I wrote down she lives in Minnesota next to you. Look at you. Yay.
Because they refer to a lot of stuff, and I'm like, oh, they did their homework on geography.
Yeah, I want to talk about Jude Law and his character.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jude Law's character, he drove me freaking mental this entire freaking movie. I didn't like, he was recording conversations like, hey, weirdo, what are you doing here? He's threatening
to sue. Not a pleasant dude.
Yeah, he's threatening to sue that paper if they publish his article, and I'm all like, calm down, fucker. That's not how it works. And he's like, print news is dying. I'm like, all right, well, you got me there. And then I wrote down, out of everybody, he benefits so much in this entire movie, and he's just feeding people a bunch of hoopla. Just like, he's like, take some herbal essence and you'll just wash with herbal essence and you're cured. I'm all like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. What was it called? Epsom sauce? Mm-hmm. It was Epsom salts or some bullshit.
Before the oh God, what was the name of the drug?
I don't know. I kept making fun of it because I was like, what is it? Epsom salts? Herbal Viagra? What's it called?
It started with an F. It was like I don't know.
Fucked up. That's what it's called. It started
with an F that was like
Formica. Yep. Anyways, I was the whole time, I'm just like, is anybody, and then I felt so bad for that pregnant woman because she's all like, help me. And he's like, I don't have any. And I'm all like, honey, it's not going to help you. Okay. You might as well put on some of those. What are those things called where those smelling stuff that people are using?
Oh, essential oil.
Yeah. You might as well just grab some essential oils. That's going to do the same thing. Smell it away. Okay.
When he was online and he was saying, oh, I have it. Well, you haven't been tested. You're not confirmed to have it. But when he pulled out the little eyedropper of it, I went, I can't imagine the little eyedropper medicine of dropping that in your drink is gonna work. I went, that looks shady as fuck. What is this? or 1692, and he bought it from some guy pushing a cart. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. He drove, and then the fact that he like got all these supporters paying his like lawyer bills.
Million.
Yeah, and I'm all like, you've got to be kidding me. I'm like, who are these people? I got bills to pay. I ain't got time to give it to some wackadoo.
Especially in a pandemic. And what did you think of his suit? Because it only was for the upper half of his body. So what, the bottom of his pants? If you look at his pants, they're not like tucked into his socks or anything. They're open air. So if it's airborne, it could come right up his socks.
I didn't like him. I didn't like anything about him. He's an asshole. And I didn't like that Jude Law played him because I like Jude Law, but his character upset me. Oh, okay. So this movie, by the way, is just killing everybody. It's killing kids. It's killing old people. It's just killing everybody.
No one's safe.
Oh yeah. No one's safe. Like so when he goes to the hospital, he takes Beth when she's all, Zorgified all out and she's all like creeping out and everything with her zombie hand. When she dies, which is sad. And he's all like, yeah, I just want to go talk to my wife. And I'm just like, honey, didn't you hear him? He said she's dead. There's no talking now. There's no talking.
I could totally understand that. I would probably say something like, I'm sorry, I don't have time for that. Let me talk to my husband. He'll fix it.
I feel you, but like also I just wanted to be all like, maybe since you played a medium in that one movie, maybe you could talk to that character and you two characters could get together and talk to dead Beth.
So, and then when he heads home, the son's dead. So the son died way faster. So apparently, if you're older, if you're like, 30s to 40, it doesn't take you out as quickly as it does old people or young children.
Because children have no immune system. They don't.
But they're fighters. They bounce back way quicker.
You think so? I don't know, man. I just want to say right now, I'm not a medical professional. I know nothing about what I'm talking about when it comes to medical stuff.
No way. I'm into food.
Right on. Can we go back to Beth and the doctor talking about how she died? I loved how he mentioned like this could have been caused by herpes. And he's like, Beth didn't have herpes. And I was like, I don't know. Dan could have had herpes.
John in Chicago.
Chicago, you don't know Chicago's gross. So, I mean, she could have been herping it away with her cauliflower
Right?
vagina.
You don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, Clark. That was the name of the kid, right? Because I wrote down Clark got dead. Clark got dead. And
Clark infected an entire elementary school.
Yeah, that's a bummer. Yeah, I wrote down right here. I wrote down this movie went ham on killing kids and everything. They just went ham on it. They were just like,
yeah, and they didn't hold back. They didn't ease us into it. They started at 100.
Yeah, they were like Oprah, but like, you know, Death Reaper Oprah. They're like, everybody's gonna die. You're gonna die. You're gonna die. You're gonna die. Everybody's dead. I didn't hear you.
I said, if your kid's going with you.
Yeah. Yeah, and I thought
what is that? Gwyneth Paltrow being patient zero and you called her the Grim Reaper. Now all I'm talking about or thinking about is every time we talk about death is the Bill and Ted's Grim Reaper, because you know he was so funny.
He is so funny. I love him. I did also write down what luck for Matt Damon's character. He's all immune and stuff to this little disease. Yeah. I'm all like,
yeah, you know, I feel like he's like those people for COVID, which wasn't me. He is like the asymptomatic people that, you know, have no problems with COVID, not the people like me who, you know, have to go to the hospital and go through all that junk and then get in arguments with strangers that this shit's real. It's not fake news. It's real.
Did they have a name for this one? They kept naming all these other, you know, H1N1 and stuff, but I was like, are they going to name this sucker?
They did. It was the HVE1. Or no, MVE1.
Yeah, because that's so much fun to say. Okay, anyways, well, whatever.
And the only time you know that is like when they're talking at the CDC, and I only say it a couple times, and then when they're lowering it in their little keep it safe for a rainy day freezer, it's on the side of the container.
Gotcha. I did write down, okay, so I know this movie was trying to be like realistic as possible, but I wrote down there's too much science stuff going on in here because man, was
Stop
this
touching your
boring.
Face.
Oh, what?
Stop touching your face.
Yeah, it was just boring as shit. I'll tell you that right now, but it was also freaky because I was like, all this sciencey talk is boring. I mean, I like science, but I was like, man, this is kind of a snooze fest because they were like talking about how the virus is catching on to your cells and everything, and then like, and that blue part is the connection. It's like a keyhole, and I'm all like, this is a lot of nonsense right here that I don't want to hear. Let's get on to the murder and everything.
What did you think about the okay, and this is where again I might get into trouble. What did you think about the Minneapolis city council? I'm gonna assume that's what it was, because I felt like that was some realistic shit. Those people are assholes.
Oh, I wrote that down. Okay, so hold on. I wrote it down. I wrote down the blonde lady. I don't know her name, but what a total bitch when she was all like, is this coming out of your budget or our budget? You were talking about that lady, right?
I mean, if I was Kate Winslet, I'd just be like, what, you want to deal with all the dead and sick people? Please tell me how you're going to do it.
Yeah, that woman, I was all like, God, I hope you're dead at the end.
Yeah, they never show us the council or anything.
They should have.
So sad. I really feel like it would have been better if it would have been Kate Winslet talking over the bed of the lady instead of Kate Winslet's character dying.
I agree with that. But speaking of Kate Winslet, I felt really bad for her character because even till the end, she was trying to like help everybody and figure out a cure. And then she, you know, in the end was just in a plastic bag. And I was like, oh, that's so sad. So sad.
But I guess that was legit in some of the bigger cities during COVID. I mean,
yeah, I also wrote down
I felt bad for Matt Damon that he couldn't even bury Clark and Beth. Like the funeral home was like, we can't take them.
I hear you. I feel you. But they could cremate, right? Because he mentioned cremation in there, right?
Yes. Well, and that was what I was thinking. I was like, so cremate them and still bury them.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, put the tombstone so grandma isn't sitting there crying.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I also real quick wrote down just, and I forgot to say it earlier, but I wrote it in like the sidebar or whatever. I wrote down Jude Law's character. I don't remember his name. I don't care, but I just wrote he is a waste of human space. Like just a waste of space. Like so annoying.
Yeah, he's one of those crappy, conspiracy theory people that I love a good conspiracy theory for entertainment. I don't like it and stuff.
I could sit and talk to you for hours about Tupac. No joke. I will listen to your Tupac theories all day, every day. But because this nonsense. Yeah, exactly. What did you say?
It's great entertainment.
I totally thought you said right in the taint, and I was like, we need to have a conversation because I don't know where this is going. This conversation.
And what do you think I said?
Because I was all
and
like,
then when you would have said that, I'd been like, that's what I said.
Yeah, right in the taint. What? So okay, yeah, no, he really annoyed me this entire movie. Every time his character showed up, I was like, oh, what gobbledygook are we gonna get now? And everything with his little makeshift hazmat suit. Like,
yeah, oh my God, it was only for his upper body. It wasn't a full body suit.
Yeah.
I was okay. Alan, do better.
Right. Okay. You know when Lawrence Fishburne, when he told his girlfriend about the virus and everything, would you have told your significant other about the virus?
I would have done the same thing he did.
I would have done, me too. I was all like, I can't blame him.
And now he has to go in front of a Senate thing because of it or something. Well, I'm sure there are all kinds of hearings and whatnot, but my whole thing is to tell people not to tell their families. It's ridiculous.
Right on. Yeah, no, I agree. But if you were her, would you have told your little friend?
I probably would not have.
Yeah, me neither. I would have totally.
Because then it could be traced even more. It's one thing for him to tell me, but if I did like her and ran into somebody in the grocery store, I would just be like, and knowing what he does clearly, I would have just been like, he can't tell me anything.
Right on. Yeah. What was that?
I would have just said, he can't tell me anything. So I know what you know.
No, right now I heard everything except for that last part. No, as soon as he told her, I was like, I would have done the same thing, but I wouldn't have told my little friend, like when she called or whatnot, or if I ran into somebody, I would have just been like when she was like, you canceled our dinner. I was like, sorry, he surprised me with a trip up north. So I'm just getting a couple of things real quick, gonna head down there or whatever to the cabin and stuff. But no, she all fucked it up by bitches. Am I right? Yeah. Women can't live with them, can't punch them in the throat. Right? Ladies with their ideas and their feelings and shit.
Oh my gosh, with our feeble little minds and our little T-Rex arms, can't do anything for ourselves. Jeez.
I'm so glad you have us men around to help you.
Right. I mean,
anyways. Okay. So Miria Carter, I don't know how to say her name. Miria Carter, the French lady.
Yes, I don't know either, so I'm going to go with your correct.
Yeah, just call Carter and everything. Okay, so she's in this movie, right? And then at one point she's not in the movie because she's off, I don't know, in China. And then she's in the movie again, getting saved, and giving a placebo. And then the last scene you see her and she's just running. She's just running off
to tell him that the kid's got the fake virus.
Yeah, but I'm all like, that was weird, but whatever.
Well, she became emotionally attached.
I get it. She had Stockholm syndrome. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Like I wouldn't say I felt bad for her, but at the same time, I'm all like, and I go, kidnapping her. Did they really think that she was like a high priority for anybody? Like,
you're Chinese. Do you not know who your government is? You thought you were going to be able to hold this World Health Organization employee, and they were magically, China was going to let them give you as many vaccines as you wanted.
Exactly.
I mean, I wouldn't, place my money on that at all. It's China.
Yeah, China.
From reproducing, more than once for a long time. paying for it.
So, okay. So Matt Damon's daughter. So her boyfriend really wants to get some of that. You know what I'm saying? Some of this 12-year-old. She looked like a 12-year-old.
She did not look like either a junior or a senior.
What was her boyfriend's name? Like Todd or some bullshit like that. We'll just call him Chad. But I just want to be like, Chad, get the fucking clue. Don't come to this house ever. Don't come down the block. Don't come even if you're in the city. Don't come to if you're not in the city.
There's this thing you teenagers have in your hand all the time called a phone. Use it.
Yeah, and she was texting him nonstop, and I'm all like, "Listen, you got to get ready for that to be your main source of communication because you're not getting in this slot. If you get what I'm saying, fucker." Right. So I'm just like the whole time I'm just be like, "Thanks for the flowers, but not interested. Get moving." By the way, what those cost you?
Take the flowers with you.
Yeah, your $6.99 bundle of flowers. Get rid of it.
And where did he get them? Because remember when Matt Damon went to the grocery store?
Oh, yeah. And that lady like coughed on him. That old lady, she's holding her bag of rice. She's like, and he's like, don't touch anything. And I'm all like,
she's like, help me. And then he smacked the cereal out of his daughter's hand and quickly left. Right. And I'm like, I would have still taken. He's immune. He's like, he could walk through every business and take what he wanted and then just wipe it down.
Yeah, exactly.
And leave it in the garage.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure the virus didn't get through the box, through the plastic bag onto the cereal. I'm pretty sure that's not how it works. It's on the outside of the box.
So take yourself some little wipies, wipe it down.
Exactly.
Take the cereal out of the box.
Leave that shit outside.
Right.
And then take it inside another room, open up the bag, stick it in one of those little containers.
Yep, the cute little containers.
Yeah,
and then get rid of the bag.
Exactly.
Now your daughter's safe.
Yeah, we're on the same page, but people
apparently he's not as live in a bubble parents as we were during the pandemic.
Oh, please. I love how the movie just ends. Like I didn't like that at all. I take it back. I didn't like it. Just ends. It's like, oh look, prom in your living room. And so yeah, I didn't like it.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of the ending either. All right. Did you have anything else you wanted to say? Would you recommend it? Not recommend it?
Oh, I mean, this is the thing. It's not a bad movie. And it's very realistic in the sense of what would really happen in a pandemic. Like for instance, when the neighbors get shot and everything for their, you know, Cocoa Puffs and shit. Or when the girlfriend, her house gets invaded because they think she's got the cure.
Yeah, once the vaccine's announced, they think they already have it. And they just have it lying around in like the medicine cabinet. That's my favorite.
No, fuckers, we took that 2 days ago. When it was released. I don't
we're
think
late.
You know how...
We're not stockpiling it.
Yeah, you don't know how cures work, honey.
We're having a vaccine party on Tuesday. So if you come back, we'll give you yours.
Exactly. I was, where is it? Motherfucker, it's in my nose, stupid. I would say watch this movie. It's not a bad movie, unlike a lot of the other movies that we've watched. But I mean, it's not a bad movie, but it's just it's very like if you're looking for a movie to have a good time with, this is not it.
The parallels to COVID are kind of uncanny.
Oh my gosh. So yeah.
So I would recommend watching it. It's got a great cast. There are some downtimes, I would agree, where you're just kind of like, could we speed this along? Because they're getting way too in depth for entertainment purposes.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I would still recommend it. So if you don't have anything else to say, we'll move on to, all right. So we're going to move on to the next segment with our questions.
Yeah.
What is your question?
All right, so mine's pretty just basic. What is your favorite Jude Law movie?
Gattaca.
Oh my God, I love that movie. I love that movie so much. He plays like the perfect man.
Yeah, he's got like a 10 rating. But he was a professional swimmer and was paralyzed in a car accident. So now he's renting out his DNA to someone who is less
Ethan Hawke.
Yeah. Who apparently is less desirable.
I don't understand
that. Because he has a little bit of a heart defect. So in society's purpose, he's, a little defective. So yeah. What's yours?
It is, and so the reason I picked this is because it's so fresh in my mind, but it's Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore. I'm a huge Harry Potter fan.
I was gonna say, is that really the only reason? Because it's fresh in your head. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not because you're a Potterhead.
I am a Potterhead, but I did like that movie, and we all know the secrets of Dumbledore. You know what I'm saying? Naughty. Anyways, but I know I love him as young Dumbledore, and so I like him in general. I love Jude Law, except for in this movie, he annoys the shit out of me, but he does a good job annoying the shit out of me.
Right, he plays Alan very well. It's just you want to hit Alan upside the head and take his internet away.
Right?
Put him in
Yeah,
a timeout.
Yeah, and his Epsom salts. I no more Epsom salts for you, naughty. You're naughty. No more Epsom salts. So what is your question?
So my question is what is your least favorite Matt Damon movie? Like, I can name off Matt Damon movies that I like for no ends, but what is your least favorite?
Okay, so he's only in this movie for like a hot minute, like one big scene. But it's Interstellar. I can't stand this movie. I hate this movie so much. It's so boring. It's so stupid. That Nolan, for any of you Nolanites out there, I can't stand him and his pseudo intellectual nonsense. But Matt Damon was in this movie. He plays an astronaut that fakes his little call so he can get saved or whatever. But I just I don't like this movie, and Matt Damon is in it. So that's my answer. And if you don't like it, whatever, I don't care. You go.
Right. Mine is Stuck on You.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't stand that movie. It wanted to be Dumb and Dumber, and it wasn't. It was stupid. Conjoined twins that one's smart and one's dumb, and it was just horrible. It was horrible. Yeah. It's one of those movies that after you see it, you want your 2 hours back of your life. You're never gonna.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember that movie. Doesn't he have like the Dumb and Dumber haircut in that movie?
Yes.
And who was the other guy that was his conjoined twin in that one?
Oh God, give me a minute.
What was his name? Greg Kinnear.
Yes. Thank you. I was just about to name a movie he'd been in, but yeah, I didn't know if that would help.
Oh, but Cher's in that movie. I love Cher.
I love Cher too, but Cher couldn't help this movie.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah. she's great though. Yeah, no, in all honesty, I've never seen that movie, so I wouldn't know.
Don't.
Oh, I'm going to be all like, my theme is conjoined twin movies, fucker.
There are so many of those out there. I can only think of 2, and one we've already watched.
No, gotcha. Well, maybe for season 4. I'm not in the mood for season 3. So, yeah, that'd be great.
Do you have anything else you'd like to add?
I have nothing else to say.
All right. Thank you guys so much for listening. And if you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, please be sure to leave us a 5-star review. Follow us on Twitter at BS Drunk Pod to stay updated. We will also be posting this video to our YouTube channel, so you can be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube, BS Drunk Movie Reviews. And don't forget, drink, recap, review, and repeat. Bye.
Bye.